Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, unfortunately, I seem to be tasked with the inglorious duty, or whatever the phrase. Whatever the phrase Loki says is, I have to re-record this because of corrupted audio. Just delightful. Opened up Premiere Pro, all garbly. Some reason, I don't know why, but it seems to be fine now. I did a test, so yay. Anywho, today I will be going over my first impressions for Loki, episode 1. How to do this, because I've already said it, now I have to re-remember what I said and what I want to say, so it's always a bit awkward. Just to start off on foundational level, I don't like the concept of the time variance association, because fundamentally is just a bit too authoritarian, and it's borderline, I say, even fascistic, because who says what is right or wrong for the timeline? Who says what is okay? And a good example of this brought up within the episode itself is Loki saying, yeah, the Avengers time traveled back and duplicated stuff, or not duplicated, messed about with time and had to go back even again because they messed up the first time, which is what allowed me to escape. But theirs was okay and sanctioned, whereas Loki, a direct result of their actions, is not. It just doesn't work that way. That is just fundamentally hypocritical of them. Now, I was thinking of something else. Or I had thought of it. I'll just say it here now as well. I feel like they are a bit overpowered. I was very frustrated for the first 20 or so minutes. Because this time variance association, TVA, really stripped Loki of all power and agency very quickly, very immediately, and just so happened to be able to strip him of his powers. At first I thought it was because of the collar he was wearing that allows them to rewind him in time, which fundamentally as a concept I hate power dampeners. It is just cheap and lazy way to constrain someone, restrain I should say, without thinking up of any clever ways of capturing them, or any power dynamics or extreme methods they have to take to do that. A better example that people wouldn't exactly approve of me giving a positivity toward is Thor: The Dark World, that they literally show they can't strip him of his powers, but they could contain Loki. That one was a lot better, whereas this is oh, he's trying to use his powers. Snicker. And it's at least it's not because of a collar or something. It seems to just be a general effect of where the TVA is situated. But my end results, my end feelings on that all depends on the explanation they give to that location further down the line. And if they don't give one, I guess fundamentally there's no difference. I'll still think it's cheap and lazy. Another thing to that note I thought it would be a lot better is when the TVA first go to recruit Loki, the grunts come out of the woodwork straight away, and then the head god comes out as well, and then just sucker punches Loki. Well, not sucker punches, just goes for it, and he is... I'm not starting to realize a plot hole from before, because unless these people are somehow superhuman and are just using advanced technology, isn't he able to move faster than them? He caught an arrow from Hawkeye. That's got to move faster than a human body can swing a club. Anywho, what would have been a lot better is just if Loki was just handing those gods, not gods, goons, woodwork people, I'm losing the train of thought here. If he just handed them the A from the very beginning, and then the head god lady had to step out to deal with him, that would have been a lot better and had some action in the episode from early on. Anywho, from there, he gets whisked into the TVA. It is beautifully presented with advanced technology presented in this retro aesthetic, which I do love, which just makes it all the worse because like it's salt in the wound of like a thing I don't like that is presented so beautifully. Another thing I completely forgot in my first recording is apparently they do not value artificial life, which sucks. Like I'm just future-proofing myself here for like way down the line. Way after I'm long dead, but like supporting artificial life, but also vision. So apparently there's an agency that determines like the right course of action for everyone throughout time and space, completely ignoring their free will. And it's like, despite one of those people who made the choice to be like a hero. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing that or if I'm just playing tricks on my own head. Yeah, someone who saved the world multiple times. Like, they just fundamentally would not value his life, and that sucks. I do not approve of that. Also, I don't know when it will... Actually, no, it will actually become very relevant, so I'll just move on to the thing. He gets a kangaroo court, like I mentioned earlier, and is about to be executed? They try and put a fun spin on it, but it's like, no, they're just gonna straight up kill him. But then the chief of... Well, I'm not sure if he's chief, I did this before. Guy in charge of dealing with the super dangerous time variant steps in and says, hey, he could help us. And takes them off to like a nice psychological interaction, trying to get to the root of Loki's psyche. Ooh, it rhymes, but it's I, so not hard to do. Anywho, we do get some lovely scenes of that, of him like getting some glimpses of the future before it gets interrupted by the chief god saying, "You're not supposed to be doing this. It's a bad idea." And in that time, Loki manages to escape, having acquired the rewind device connected to his collar, and starts to hunt down for his Tesseract. And then he sees like, oh, yeah, the bunch of timelines they reset. There's just a whole bunch of them right here. Which again goes like, the TVA is a bit too overpowered because then it applies like a bunch of characters. Maybe it's just some smucks with time travel power, but like there's bound to be like a few times where the Avengers or something went up against them and just instantly eliminated. And that's like way too powerful of this organization. Like, I don't know why every media property wants to go there. I'm watching Invincible at the same time as this, and it's like people always go there to this shadow organization overseeing everything as in like an end game or natural conclusion, despite it being so limiting of concept, and I don't approve of it. Anyhow, he sees the infinite number of Infinity Stones, and that kind of just devastates him. He makes his way back to the recording area, interview area, and sees his future about how he lost his mother, lost his father, reconnected with Thor, just to then be killed by Thanos. And it kind of breaks him and cuts him deep to his core, where he just starts opening up about himself. And then the variance guy, God, that was... Why am I struggling? It's in the name of the agency. Anyhow, the variance guy offers to recruit him to deal with a particular dangerous time variant identity who I won't spoil just here. Because, you know, it's a nice surprise. Will affect things later. I'll address it there. I don't want to 100% spoil everything in this. Now, what else? I think I organized it a little bit better. Oh yeah, in the interview thing, it's like, the guy mocks him for like saying, yes, you have free will, which is like, I don't approve of that, because like, Sure, it's easy to view it as laid out and predetermined when you exist outside of or at the end of time or wherever this place is. Like, in the moment, people do have free choice and free will. It's like chaos theory. Like, you could watch a bead of water fall down somebody's hand a certain way, but if you go back in time all over again to see it and try and get it to go the exact same way, it won't. Like, everyone has free will, and like this predetermined nonsense and them stepping in to do what is appropriate is just very uncomfortable. It was a neat concept back in like the 60s and 70s when people were a bit more unaware of just how effed everything is. But in this modern time, everybody is very aware how people are suffering from poverty, prejudice, corruption, war, discrimination. And to say this is the approved timeline is just very sickening. And they try and like wash it away by saying, oh, we don't really approve or disapprove of anything, but they are actively making choices to prune, is prune the right word? To grow out the timeline the exact way they want it to, despite the whole Avengers incident being a big old plot hole, allowing for at least the miniature multiverse right there between the original timeline they did and the altered timeline, which, yeah, that don't make no sense, especially because, like, again, theirs is approved despite it quite clearly creating two different paths in time. I just don't understand it. Anywho, that's a bit rougher, but, well, I think a bit structured, but also a bit more labored because of having to record. Anywho, that's all. Only other thing I'll say is, if you like my personality and how I think about things and want to see how that relates to gaming, check out my Twitch and YouTube gaming channel. What was it? Sod Passion Gaming. I'm a furry VTuber streaming whatever I want. Normally I don't go into specifics because of like I don't know how long this takes to edit. I'll try and get this one out real fast. So on upcoming Friday, if I get this out quick enough, I'll be streaming Control. Saturday, Slay the Spire, with a guest talking to me, Key the Venomous Drake. Kind of VTuber, it's complicated. Anywho, on Sunday, playing Super Mario 64, having a terrible time with it, and I might have taken a break already if it wasn't for the fact the last stream I did of it, I was unfortunately muted for the majority of it, because a reset messed with my audio settings. So yeah, that's everything. Cut to outro. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time. Be sure to like, comment, share the video about the place, and to subscribe. And also, if you're feeling exceptionally generous, take a look at my Patreon. Thank you very much for your time. Ta-ta, Wiedersehen, until we meet again.